Kids included together uses a strategy called connect and redirect to deal with challenging behaviors. Stick around to learn more about the strategy and how you can use it with children.
Hello, friends, and welcome to our main event. Today, we have Coach Heather. She's a veteran teacher, trainer, and mom with 18 years of experience. Heather has been coaching for child and youth programs in some of the toughest situations. She has worked with the cuddliest infants up to those opinionated teenagers. She has two energetic boys of her own, and yes, our rookie toddler Myles is her youngest. Meet toddler Myles, a new rookie to the game, but he's a savvy one that shows promise of becoming an all-star one day. Today, Heather is coaching Myles on using sign language and using the sign more. Sign language can be a very successful form of communication for young children who are still developing their language. Let's check in with our analyst Philip, who is standing by with Coach Heather.
So, Coach, I'd like to get the play-by-play breakdown for today's broadcast. How are you feeling going into game day? How did you choose the environment?
Hi, Philip. I was feeling good about today's teachable moment. Myles was in a good mood and had been cooperative most of the day. I decided to use the kitchen table as our playing field because it's a place where Myles is usually very happy. We've had success with teaching other signs during meal times, and this boy loves to eat. You know, being at the table together allows us to sit side by side, and I can be at his level. When teaching sign language or other skills to toddlers, it's so important to get on their level and make it a playful experience.
Let's take a look at the footage.
Myles, we're going to do sign language. Can you show mommy more? Can you show mommy more? More? No.
Oh, she goes with the old see and say play. Heather starts off with a verbal and visual demonstration of more. Myles seems to be focused and engaged with her presentation, but quickly hits her with a pump fake and a no. This isn't the coach's first difficult rookie. Let's see how she handles the quick change in pace.
So, Coach, how'd you feel about that first attempt?
Well, Philip, I was not surprised by Myles's initial reaction. Toddlers experience this push and pull towards independence. They want to have an opinion, and no is often their favorite word. Myles has really stepped up his game when it comes to voicing his opinion. As you saw, I used a see and say method in this first attempt. This strategy is just as it sounds. I showed him something and I told him something. When teaching a new skill or when practicing a skill, it really helps when the big people, meaning us, teach children what we mean through actions and with words. It's also important to remember that we might have to try more than once and in a different way. Speaking of a new way, you're about to see my second attempt at teaching Myles to sign more. Sometimes a switch in tactics is necessary. In this next clip, you'll see shaping. Shaping is a gentle hand-over-hand demonstration to help Myles know what I'm doing with my hands. You might even describe it as a elevated version of see and say. It's definitely a helpful tool when teaching signs. You probably heard me say gentle. It's very important that you don't force the child or tug on his hands.
Let's review that tape.
Let mommy help you. More? You try more? No.
Rejected! Not in my house. Myles quickly refuses the shaping technique, which is a great hand-over-hand assist strategy to teach children who are still developing their fine motor skills. Let's keep watching.
Coach, it's halftime. You're on your third attempt. What's your next strategy? I mean, how do you know when it's time to throw in the towel?
Oh, I'm not ready to give up yet. Halftime is a great opportunity to take a break and reflect. Sometimes that reflection is my mindset. Emotions control our behavior, and if I begin to get frustrated, Myles is definitely going to sense that. It's helpful for me to regroup and pick a tone that tells him I'm ready to help. In this case, you'll see Myles with a smile. He's still maintaining some eye contact. He's not trying to wiggle his way out of his chair or screaming with any kind of discomfort. However, it is probably time for a new approach. So since my emotions are in check, I'm thinking that my next step is to connect with him. You'll see here that all of this happens so quickly. I'm making up plays in my head on the fly. And with toddlers, there's no time to sit and ponder, especially when you're in the moment. So here, when I choose to connect, I decided to appeal to him by using positive words, some gentle touch, and, you know, even mixing it up with a potentially more appealing sign for milk, because milk is always a big winner in our house.
Let's take a look at that.
Myles, we're going to practice our sign language. Can you be helpful and practice our sign language today? Can you? I'm so excited. I wanted practice with you.
No.
How about milk? Do you want to show him milk?
Without losing the beat, Coach resets and goes in with a new approach. She attempts to connect and express how excited she is about practicing with the rookie. Toddler Myles stands fast and holds his ground with a surge of no's. Now, I've seen Coach Heather work through some difficult, challenging situations before. This is where she's going to reach into her bag of tricks and attempt to quick change the play strategy. I think she's going to go with distraction next.
So, Coach, now you've invested some time connecting with Myles. He's still saying no. What's next?
Philip, I tell you, Myles is making me pull out all the stops here. You're about to see me use a redirect. Toddlers often respond positively with the distraction because it helps them to reset their brain and think about something different. In this case, Myles is not willing to show me the sign for more. Distractions can come in many forms: songs, dances, games, even toys. Again, here, I went with the song Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Let's see the footage from that.
Do you want to show the other kids how to do milk?
No.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water. Okay, listen, for us to do our animals, let's do this real quick video, and then we can do our animals, okay? Okay, can you do that with Mommy? Yes.
No.
Yes, I think you can. I think you can. Are you ready? Are you ready?
No.
Let's do it.
From distractions to bargaining and sing-alongs, the oldest plays in the book. This savvy rookie sees all the sneak attacks and shakes her off with a multitude of no's. I'll tell you what, this kid is cute as a button, but he can throw a mean no. And now, a quick word from our sponsor, Kids Included Together.
Are you interested in learning more about the Reflect, Connect, and Redirect strategy? Visit KIT's online learning center at www.kit.org. Click Sign In, then Free Inclusion Resources. You've landed yourself a sneak peek at our coveted playbook. Search for the Reflect, Connect, and Redirect tip sheet. Folks, you now have access to the coach's secret plays. Let's keep watching.
What is going on? I don't think I've seen Coach back on her heels like this. She calls a quick timeout to take a breath and reset. Let's check in with Philip and Coach.
Heather, earlier we saw you try bargaining. Can you talk a little bit about that decision?
Of course. In parenting and teaching, relationships are give and take. We have to give a little and take a little. Big people often want toddlers and other children to comply on a first request. Well, what motivates them to do that thing you want them to do? Myles indicated that he wanted to play with his animals. An easy way to help children complete a task is to offer a preferred activity. In this case, animals would have been his winning ticket. An easy way to bargain is with the first then sentence. First, help me with this thing that I want, then you have that thing that you want. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
So, Coach, how does it feel when children are resistant to your coaching methods?
You know, Philip, sometimes it gets hard and I need to reset my brain. I do that by reflecting on what went well and what did not. There are times when we just have to save the work for later, or at a time when a child is ready to learn. What you are seeing here is us at our kitchen table really driving home a concept for a video. Not every teachable moment happens that way. Sometimes we need to revisit it later in the day or maybe even the next day.
So, let's see how that plays out.
More. Let Mommy help you. Take your fingers and put them together on this side, and then put them together on this side, and we put our hands together and say, more, more. Can you try it?
No.
More,
No.
more.
No.
Can you show Mommy?
No.
Wow, Now that's resilience on both sides of the ball. Coach wouldn't be a successful trainer without experiencing her own fair share of bumps and bruises. She knows how to be patient with a calm approach. She continues to throw him a lob assist with shaping and precision spiral passes down the field with that see and say technique. But this is no ordinary rookie. This kid is ready for the big game. He's giving her a variety of no's. The straight face, no. The smiling, no. And my personal favorite, the giggling, no.
I can't help but giggle. This is it, the final shot. Let's see how things play out as we get down to the buzzer.
Let's try it again. We're going to do more. Like if you want more milk, more. So let's put your hands together. You have to take this finger and put these together and put your finger, your thumb and your index finger. There you go. And more. Very good. Can you do it by yourself? More. Very good.
Goal! And the crowd goes wild as the rookie scores and celebrates with more. Let's see that play in slow motion.
More.
Wow, Coach, that was a great match. Thanks so much for sharing your wisdom with our audience.
Thank you, Philip. I am proud of the work Myles did here. It has been a pleasure to be a part of this experience with you. When we shot this video, Myles and I had been spending quite a bit of time together, and some days were really rough. I know that some people see the work we do as professionals and think, man, they must have it all together, or I bet they get it right the first time. Well, I'm here to tell you, and I think I just showed you that it takes some coaching, modeling, repetition, and practice. Myles might be a toddler, but this same approach is so helpful for all ages. When we are at our most stressed or challenged by a behavior, it can take a toll on our view of the child. Nobody wants that to happen. We really want to make sure we keep that relationship intact. As we learned here, it's important to take time to reflect on your own emotions, connect with the child, and redirect when you need a new play. Thanks again for letting me join your broadcast.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today for this wonderful match. On behalf of our sponsor, KIT, this is Greg, Heather, and Philip signing off.